There we go. Great. Okay, if everyone from the New Hope Celebrates board can raise your hand if you're here. Thank you to all of our board members for being here this evening as well. Before we start, I just want to talk about a few things. So first, I just want to say we are here tonight and we're able to be here tonight and we're able to celebrate who we are and enjoy this annual general meeting, but there's obviously a situation in the world that is not as easy as going on. So we are here and we stand with our brothers and sisters and family in Ukraine and our prides in Ukraine, and we're there to support them. Another situation happened this week. My alma mater, actually, my high school, Huntington Central Regional High School, was approving their LGBTQ+ curriculum this week at their Board of Education meeting. And a group of religious individuals was going to show up and protest and speak about how it's not okay. Luckily, a very large group of supporters showed up. And I'd like to ask Eva, please, one of our board members, to stand up, please. She's in the crowd here. Eva is a Huntington County resident and spoke about her experiences being in the LGBTQ+ community and spoke about also having a religious background and really showed that it's important that this happens, that this curriculum moves forward. And it was a wonderful meeting, my understanding, and love one, my understanding. So great, thank you.
Eva.
Just want to thank, of course, John and Piers for hosting tonight. So thank you so much, John and Piers. Eat. We got tots. We got wings. We got chicken fingers. Please eat. We got plenty of food. One more thing before we start the actual annual general meeting is that we have someone special in the audience tonight. They weren't able to be at our community meeting, but I want to introduce somebody who's been involved with our organization for many years. And he has dedicated, I can't, countless hours. I can't even speak how many hours. This person is always available, cares about New Hope, celebrates, cares about pride, cares about LGBTQ+ individuals, and gets so excited about everything. I mean, there's something new, gadget, new thing he can learn, he's all about it. And this person has been in our organization for 10+ years now, 11 going on. He's not on the board technically anymore, but he pretty much is, because I talk to him more than board members sometimes. And so I want to, it's our Ray of Sunshine Award we're going to give to Gordon Pulaski.
Yeah, Gordon.
Yes, I can't speak about how much this person has done for us.
Last time I was on the stage, I got engaged. So.
Gordon, I don't have that for you tonight. Sorry. Perfect. Great. All right. So on with the show, as they say. All right, we're all set, please. So just to go over, I'm hitting it. So our mission, New Hope Celebrates, is to bring people together to share a celebration of our history, diversity, and the inclusiveness of our community. And that's our mission. We live in that mission through all the events we do, all the programming we do, and what we think about every day. Next, please. So 2021 recap. So there was a pandemic going on still. We had events. We'll go over the events in 1 minute. We also had some little feedback, which I go over here though. That's the only thing. And we unveiled and talked about our progress flag. And we also expanded the board in 2021 as well. Our 2021 board members, as you can see, are here. Most of them. We have 95% here tonight. If they're not, they're on the Zoom watching as well. But we expanded the board in 2021 to really look at different areas that we can improve and focus on and grow our organization. I'm going to hand it over to Melissa Patterson, our VP of Finance and Treasurer, to talk about our finances.
Hey everyone, I'm Melissa Patterson. I'm from she, her. Oh, I know you don't want to miss the exciting numbers. So this is just a quick snapshot of our year over year from 2019 through 2021. obviously 2019 was very different than the last 2 years. Fortunately, over the past 2 years, though, we've been able to keep our expenses pretty flat. Although there's been some serious drops in all the other categories as well. If you go to the next slide. This is last year, a quick snapshot of our income. We wrote little words.
The projector's not great either.
And our key drivers for income are really donations, partnerships, champions, donations. It was about 50% of our income last year, but it was over 70% of our 70% of our income in 2020. And honestly, that just goes to show how much this organization depends on the generosity of all of you. 2021 adds to our income were the Ravens Art Project. We were granted an award from grant from Visit Box for 2020 for us to use in 2022. And then the other big kind of jump is donations that came for the NHC History documentary that's being offered. Go to the next slide. Expenses. So our key driver for expenses is marketing last year. Generally, in prior years, it's a combination of our private expenses, entertainment, marketing, pageant. But over the past couple of years, we haven't been able to have as many events. So therefore, one of our key things is marketing. So we say in our base that when we do come back, you all come back with us, which we'll be doing this year. Business expenses, just in case anyone has any questions about those other business expenses, it's really just shipping, PayPal fees, Shopify fees, supplies, and storage. Nothing really that exciting. And then if we go to the next slide, I just want to highlight, our 2021 NHC corporate partners. We have platinum partners in Tito's and Visit Box. Our gold partners last year were Barbati Sullivan, LGBT Community Center, and River House Cadets. Our silver partners last year were Shopin Wine and Spirits, right for Ben Piron, who's our sponsor year. Both of those big sponsors over year. Penn Medicine, Vincent Health, Stella Ghost Lake, Corlejo Tequila, and Comcast. Our rainbow partners last year were G&G Insurance, Holly Hedge Estate, and 1740 House. RSC Atelier, okay. Soulberry Township Parks and Rec, Wakefield Dental Associates, and Penn Community Bank, and Under the Moon and Lamberville, which was a new partner for us last year. Last year in our colleague level, which was Bell's Tavern, Sicilian Partners, and Oddberg Brewing. So thank you to all of our partners. We also have our champions. Now, our champions is an opportunity for individuals to make larger donations and then be recognized and be afforded certain things from New Health Celebrates. Last year, our diamond champion was Sharon Brandeweiler. Ben was a sapphire champion, and our ruby champions were Tim Andrews, Dan Patton, and Elvin Montero. Thank you everyone who donated to the really helps us, obviously, by way of our numbers here is what helps us bring through everything each and every year. So continue to give. There's champions marketing stuff over there if you want to take a look at it. And thanks for coming tonight.
Melissa, awesome. Yes, there's champions and partners. If you own a business, please take a partners brochure. If you're interested in a champion, please take one of those as well. So to recap our 2021 events, we had drag queen story hours that happened throughout the year. So that was an ongoing event that we did. We attended the United States Association of Prides, which is the United States division of a national organization of prides in the country. So we attended their virtual conference. We had our annual strategic meeting where we spent 4 hours together loving each other on a Sunday, which was wonderful. We all got vaccinated in 2021, I hope. Yay, right? We had our new progress flag unfurling on the Starbucks building to call Pride. We had our best cocktail contest. We had a tea dance at Odette's, and we kicked off our tea dances at Havana as well. We had our community appreciation party that we normally have. High Heel Drag Race was one of the biggest successes we've had. It's great to be back in person and holding an event. We had part of the Bucks County Playhouse with Rocky Horror Skivvies as well. And we did Trans Day of Remembrance as well. So really great. I can't speak enough to the diversity of events that we had, the different events that we had. It was not a typical year for us since we were in like pandemic times still, so we couldn't do typical Pride, we couldn't do typical events. We found things to make sure we focused on making sure our community was still involved and appreciated. So awesome, thank you. Just some pictures of different events. The tea dance at Odette's. We had next. We had community appreciation party. We did gay icons. New Hope Celebrates History. We'll speak about that in 1 minute. We had our skinny show at Bucks County Playhouse. We had Trans Day of Remembrance, and that was a great shot of Lee and Eva walk across the bridge for Trans Day of Remembrance. Another great project in 2021 was the Ravens Project. If anyone got a Raven here online, that was a wonderful project we did as well with local artists to help support and the Ravens. Again, community appreciation party, our strategic meeting. We're all wearing masks back then, and our flag unfurling. Awesome. I think that's cool. We had our wonderful t-shirts for last year, were our Pride t-shirts. It celebrated the progress flag. We really want to dig in deep and really show our support for the progress flag, what it means to be an inclusive community. And so that's why we did our progress flag, adopted it, and made it our t-shirt as well. And we'll have more news about that in a moment. Yes, they're for sale online, Shopify, on our website. Just go to newhopecelebrates.com and NHC shop. Our 2021 social media and marketing. In 2021, we hired a social media and marketing person. Emily Harris is in the room. Just raise your hand over there. When I say social media is a full-time job, it's a full-time job. Like, the way she's contacting me for a lot of stuff, but how much she does alone to make sure our social media is being promoted in certain areas, we're getting the demographics we want to get, and making sure that people are still hearing our message is really wonderful. So it's great to be able to partner with her on that. Awesome. I am going to bring up Fred, who's going to talk about New Hope Celebrates History and what New Hope Celebrates History did in 2021 and where they're going in 2022 as well. Awesome. Do you want to put it in? Perfect. Great. Perfect. You're good.
Hello, everyone.
Fred.
Hello. I joined the New Hope Celebrates History Committee in September. I'm very happy I did. I immediately became more aware of projects, successful projects that had already been done in 2021, and very excited to get involved with projects for 2022. Let's start with what was accomplished in 2021. We had the debut of our Artists and Authors series. These included 30 to 40 minutes segments, which were videos featuring 3 individual local LGBTQ+ authors and 4 LGBTQ+ artisans. These were advertised and promoted. They were bi-monthly, every other month, and always featured local LGBTQ+ artists and authors. Last October, for LGBTQ+ History Month, we displayed, as Matt mentioned, the gay icon art. These were 14 2D paintings of national queer icons. They were displayed in various storefronts in Lembertville and New Hope. This was done in collaboration with the Lembertville Chamber of Commerce. We screened an LGBTQ documentary, Ahead of the Curve, at the Logan Inn. This was about Franco Stevens, who started the most successful lesbian magazine in the world in the 1990s. It was called Curve. We had 80 attendees and held a discussion afterwards with the topic, What Lesbians Want Today. We wrote a treatment, actually more like a potential lecture, on LGBTQ+ history in the area here and nationally to present to high schools. We're hoping to get it to New Hope Silbury High School. In addition, an LGBTQ+ comprehensive book and video bibliography was written and added to the New Hope Celebrates display area at the free library of New Hope Silbury. We're marketing social media, mainly Facebook and Twitter. We're working in cahoots with Emily Harris, who is paid by New Hope Celebrates to be their publicist. We've reached all-time new Hope Celebrate History numbers. This included daily posting in October of Equality Forum's chosen icon of the day. After lengthy negotiations with Traverse 32 media brands in New York City, a contract was signed for a 90-minute documentary featuring archival images and video interviews from New Hope Celebrates History's website and local filmmakers Sarah Scully and Bob Chris. We meet every week to get updates and answer questions. We're working with an Emmy-winning archivist. We're also working on a project about LGBT+ info in various universities. Now let's focus on what's planned for 2022. Our artist and author series will enter season 2 in March, featuring a history of drag entertainment, globally and locally. This will bring together 3 local drag artists, including a college professor. Subsequent sessions will highlight the artistic directors of Music Mountain Theater in Mangerville, the director and youth of the Rainbow Room, which is a club and meeting place for LGBTQ+ youth located in Doylestown, and the founder of Tyler Park Center for the Arts. In May for Pride Fest 2022, we will partner with Mary Margaret to present Blast for the Past Reunion Party at the Clarion. This will be 4 hours of regional iconic performers and music from the 1970s to the 2000s. We will continue marketing efforts to geographically improve our social media presence. We've already gone from 200 readers and viewers to 4,000. I will personally work with Marlene Gray, Director of the Rainbow Room, to continue our NHCH treatment for students on LGBTQ+ history to be implemented at the Rainbow Room and other local high school GSAs. Work will continue on the 90-minute documentary, Nowhere But Here. We will enter professional development, storytelling, and production phases. For 2002 October, LGBT+ History Month, we'll be exhibiting Debuted by a Fundraiser with Open Hearts and Minds, which depicts the 1980 migration of Cuban LGBTQ+ to the United States and their impact on Bucks County. Participation in New Hope Celebrates fundraising and grant writing will ramp up. Continued efforts will be made for a permanent space to house our archives. And last, we will attend the 2022 Human Rights Campaign in Philadelphia and the Regional Pride Conference in Allentown. We will also continue project work with Pennsylvania LGBTQ+ History Network. That's it, thank you.
Just want to show the slide here. We have our New Hope Celebrates let's go back one, sorry. New Hope Celebrates History Committee. The committee members are here on the screen. Just want to thank them for all of the work they're doing. There's a lot of different projects and initiatives. So thank you so much. Great. Before we go to 2022 events, Fred touched on an organization I just want to mention because they're so important to our area is the Rainbow Room. They are a really, really wonderful organization. They partner with LGBTQ+ youth in Bucks County or the surrounding area to help provide information, guidance, meeting space, whatever it might be. So people always reach out to Celebrate saying, what can I do? I have a youth that's coming out or what have you. And I always recommend Marlene and the Rainbow Room in Doylestown because they do it the best. I always say go to the best people and they're the best at it. So I just want to give a shout out to them and all the great work they do in Doylestown. So thank you. In 2022, we are continuing our tea dances to Havana. We had one this past Sunday, and we're going to continue them throughout the year. We're going to look at maybe redoing them a little bit, maybe call them social gatherings or parties or things like that. But we're going to do that on Sundays. So if you're able-bodied, I'd like you to stand up, please. If you're able-bodied, please stand up. I know most of you are, so stand up. We're going to go back to an in-person Pride in 2022. Awesome. Thank you. You can all see. Thank you so much. We are so pumped for in-person Pride. It's been too long. It's been obviously we had to do what we had to do, but we're going back in person. We have gotten, I would say personally, between partners, parade registrations, vendor registration for the fair, we are ahead of pace right now compared to pre-pandemic levels. People are very excited to be back in person. People are excited to have Pride. There's also other prides that are not happening in the area, so people want to come here to celebrate their Pride. So we're excited to host them. If you have not booked your hotel room or your friends haven't, do it now because you should have done it last week, but do it now. They are mostly booked already in both towns, but we'd love to have you come visit. If you can't get a room, message us. We'll find you a room somewhere. But we're excited about to have the in-person Pride in May 21st. Yeah. Melissa's got a guest room. So May 21st, 2022, we have our parade and fair. We'll be back in person. Yeah, awesome. I also can't speak enough about all the other events that we're planning. My head spins a little bit. I can't imagine Ryan Segura's head spinning a little bit because we have about, I think, 15 events other than Pride being planned, whether it being Pride ride, bike ride, whether it being other events throughout the week to celebrate Pride. We're doing a lot this year. We want to come back with a big splash. So check our website for more information as we confirm those details, and we have a calendar there of events that we updated. The best cocktail contest will be back in person as well. So we're celebrating that. We hope to do the Ravens project again in 2022 or a version of it. 2022 it may not be the same thing, but maybe we'll do something a little bit different. But it was a really great success, and it was great to celebrate our local artists in the community as well. We have our high hill drag race, of course, especially after the success we had in 2021. I'm gonna go away then, be great. We will be attending regional and international conferences for Pride. So a group of us are going in less than like a week and a half. We're going to Allentown, Pennsylvania, and we're going to be celebrating. We'll be there in Allentown attending the Northeast Regional Pride Conference. And those are pride organizations from Maine to Washington, D.C. coming together in Allentown to talk about Pride, what it looks like. It looks a lot different, as you can imagine, what it looked like before the pandemic. And we hosted this actually. We actually hosted the last one in 2019 in New Hope. So I'm sure some of you are there. So we're excited to be back in person for that conference. We hope to attend the international conference as long as it happens. It's supposed to be in Guadalajara. Fingers crossed. We hope to go. We hope to make that happen. It's great to go into international conferences when you meet people. They say, "Oh, New Hope. I know New Hope." So we're excited to get back out there and get New Hope's name and continue to be out there. In 2022, we want to increase the IDEA Committee's initiatives. So that's inclusion, diversity, equity, anti-racism, and accessibility. We want to continue the work that they're doing as a committee. That's how the Progress Flag came about. That's how we decided to do LGBTQ+ as our official acronym. And there's a couple other things we'll announce in a few minutes that we're working on. Great. So an updated New Hope Celebrates logo. We're going to show a little video here. There's supposed to be sound. Awesome. Great. So the updated New Hope Celebrates logo, as you can see, incorporates the brown, black, and trans colors as well, just as the Progress Flag does. We did not want, yeah, thank you. Yeah, exactly. We are focused on the IDEA initiatives and incorporating that, and celebrating and being inclusive. And if we're going to talk about it, we got to act on it. So we didn't want to change. Our logo is very recognizable in the community and abroad and throughout the country. So we didn't want to change our logo because people know it. But we were able to, through the wonderful work of Gordon Pulaski, of course. He was able to incorporate those colors and those individuals because they should be included. And as he says, as you can tell, the brown and black and the trans colors are in the inside because the other pride colors are hugging them and incorporating them. We'll have a press release out about that this week to really announce it, but all of our marketing will be updated. We'll use that logo moving forward, Pride Fest 2022 online. We are launched. So there are different ways you can celebrate online through our website, through our social media. Hashtag us. Emily will share it. So we're excited. We want as many people as possible at this Pride to really celebrate together again as a community. Correct. There's no sound.
There's not going to be.
We'll be dancing in the streets in May. Thank you. So we'll be dancing in the streets in May. It's been nice to dance in the streets again, right, with each other instead of dancing on Zoom. So it'll be so awesome. So we're so excited to see everyone in person in May 2022. So the next thing we have some business to conduct this evening. So I'm going to hand this over to our VP of Governance, Nick Barbati, to talk about the next one.
I didn't even get a thank you for clicking the mouse the whole
We're
time.
not over yet.
He swore I was going to screw up the videos. I didn't. Thank you. I appreciate it. Well, everyone, hopefully you are happy with the work that we've been doing and happy with the output and all the things that we have planned. As a formality, through our bylaws, though, we come to you because our terms are actually up for a 2-year renewal. And as such, we as the board of directors are seeking from you all as the members of our general meeting to offer a confirmation vote for us if you'd like to see us re-upped for another 2 years. The individuals that you would be voting for would again be Matthew Hanson. You can clap or not. I don't care. I mean, you know, I guess that doesn't make sense. Okay, so don't clap. I mean, that's not your vote. Don't worry. Jen Wall, myself, Nick Barbati, Melissa Patterson, Ryan Segura, Lydia Thomas, Lee Hill, Eva Guccione. Did I say that right, Eva? Okay, what is it? Coney? I don't know. I added a little something in there. Marjorie Forbes, John Bell, Maria Wood, Eric Stevenson, Roger Green, and Lori Roberto Conte. So ahead of the vote, we just want to confirm that each of these members went through an interview process with the then current board of directors that then verified through their credentials that they were appropriate to join our board. We also offered our own internal voting to verify that we were comfortable with all these members being voted forth onto the slate to present to you today. So at this time, we would like to ask that we do a hand vote, if you would be so willing to participate, to confirm us for another 2-year term. That doesn't necessarily mean that the board of directors themselves will fulfill all those 2 years, but it will empower the then current board to be able to fulfill any vacancies. So all those in favor of this current board being voted in for a 2-year term, please raise your hand. Current board members can also participate. So can someone get a count in here? I can't see anything. Okay. What did you say? Yeah, okay. All right. Any abstentions? We're gonna mix it up. And any no's? Okay, it looks like it's a full vote in favor. So thank you all very, very much.
Great, thank you so much. Thank you everyone for voting on our confidence of running the organization and everything that we do for this community. We really appreciate that. And we hope for the next 2 years, we can really deliver on what you want to see. So before we go to questions and comments, I just want to thank my assistant here who's clicked on the computer. So thank you so much. My eyes can roll any harder.
I've been told that many times.
We'd like to open up the floor to questions, comments, input from anyone. If you're online, I'm sorry, we'll click on the chat and see if anyone online has anything. But if you're in the room, there is a microphone here. If you have any questions or comments or input for us, we are of course welcome to it. I'm going to open up the floor. I'll give you 30 seconds. It's okay if you don't. Great, sounds good. So what a nice slide. Oh, Emily has a question. Yes.
So let's say I want to get involved with the Hope Celebrate. How would I be able to do that?
That's a wonderful question, Emily. We won't water that plant anymore. No, that's wonderful, Emily. Great point. if you want to get involved in Noob Celebrates, we are always looking for volunteers. We are always continually looking for assistance and input and help and guidance and advice. So go to our website. There's a volunteers button when you click there and click volunteers. And there's different things where it might be strategic advice, business operations, event planning, hands on the ground, which is lifting materials and doing things. We have everything available. Again, with this Pride coming up, we're expecting 10,000 plus people hopefully again to town. So we'll need help with every facet of that. And so please fill out that form online. Thank you, Emily, again. Volunteering, it's newcelebrates.com. Click on the toolbar and it'll say volunteering. And Lori Roberto Fine is here, who's our volunteer coordinator over there. She has a big job ahead of her, but we're excited for everything we're going to be doing this May. Great. Great. If you haven't already, this is a plug for Emily. If you haven't already, follow us. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram. That's our big ones we do. Did I miss anything? Twitter, we're on Twitter too. Tweet us. What are we doing? YouTube. You're on, oh yes, YouTube. We're gonna get big on YouTube. There's an idea about a vlog situation coming. So stay tuned for that. We'll be vlogging soon, possibly. So, but newcelebrates.com, that's where all the Pride information will be. I can't stress that enough. As much as we'd like to confirm all the details for all of our events today, it obviously takes a lot of planning. So by the next 2 to 3 weeks, we hope to have a lot of the event details confirmed and they'll be put on the website. We'll email that out. If you're on our email list, join our email list as well, please. Great. That's it. Great. So I just want to thank everyone for coming this evening. I want to thank again John and Peters for hosting us. And I did say enough. I think I said this at the community appreciation part. I think I've said this a few times. I think I said at our holiday get together. The board of New Hope Celebrates, the board of directors, put so much time and effort. We're an all volunteer board. Some of us even pay money and we're contributing money and time and effort and sweat and tear and blood and everything into this organization. And as we're ramping up for Pride, it's like dusting the cobwebs off and the dust off a little bit because it's been a couple of years of not doing an in-person Pride. So we are excited to be in person again. The board is working so hard with our volunteers and within the board to make everything happen for Pride that you want. We are trying as hard as possible to make as many events happen as possible. So I want to thank the board of directors for all the work they're doing. And I want to say thank you in advance of Pride because there'll be days where I don't say it, but I'm thanking you now eternally through May. All right. So a big round of applause for all the board of directors for all the work they do. And that is it. If you have not gotten food, if you've gotten food, get more food. If you haven't gotten food, get food. And enjoy. Let's hang out for a little bit and socialize. And thank you again for coming and have a wonderful evening. Thank you. Congratulations.